Hello everybody, Gigi here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a full body Vinyasa Flow for intermediate level, working all the way up to Partridge pose. All you're going to need is your mat and yourself, of course. So we're going to start at the back of the mat. Knees as wide as the yoga mat, big toes to touch, coming into extended child's pose. Walking the hands forward, extending nice and long along your mat, forehead down to the ground, bum back towards the heels, nice and long through the spine. Breathing laterally through the rib cage, so widening the rib cage as you breathe in and drawing them back together as you breathe out. We're going to take some counter breaths, 4 in and 4 out. So here we go. Breathing in, 4, 3, 2, 1, out, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, 4, 3, 2, 1, out, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, 4, 3, 2, 1, out, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, 4, 3, 2, 1, out, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, 4, 3, 2, 1, out, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, 4, 3, 2, 1, out, 4, 3, 2, and let that counting go. Nice job. From this extended child's pose, starting to walk both hands over towards the left. Maybe you place your right hand on top of your left one and lean over into that right armpit to get an extra stretch. Finding length through the side body, the armpit all the way down to the hip, and then walking the hands through center and over towards the other side. Starting nice and gentle and present. Good job. Back through to center, and then coming up onto all fours, tabletop position, knees underneath, hip points, hands underneath, shoulder points, fingers spread nice and wide, and we're going to take some wrist circles here. So circling one way, going over the wrist line, and then reverse the circle, take it the other way. And from here, we're going to take some wrist walks. So you're just going to pad the hands around, inwards and outwards, getting some rotation and really freestyling this. Whatever it is that your wrists need, you might not have the same rotation I have, or you might have more of it. So figure out what it is that you need, stretching through the forearms, the fingers, and then back to your original position. We're going to take cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the chest, and exhale, cat position, really rounding through the spine and separate the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the chin, and exhale, eyeballs towards your navel. Inhale, and exhale. Nice job. From here, freestyling again. So you can do regular cat-cow, or you can take more of a circular motion. You can involve the neck and the head. You could maybe go back to a child's pose or go towards a cobra. But I would even recommend closing the eyes here. Take a little smile to yourself. Nice. And then a little core stability here. So taking your right leg back and your left arm forward. Make sure that that right hip is down. Crunch in and extend. So crunching knee towards elbow, round through the spine, and extend back to a neutral spine. Give me one more of those. And then grabbing the foot, the back of the foot, with the left arm, and then pushing foot away from the hand. This will lift the chest, coming into tiger pose. And letting that go, just a little core stability to start. And we'll do both of those things on the other side. So this time you're extending your left leg out and lifting, and then your right arm, inhale, Exhale, crunching. Inhale, find length. And exhale, find core stability, navel towards spine. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And same thing, tiger pose, bending the knee, grabbing the top of the foot with the opposite arm, and lift, 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 lift the chin, lift the chest, lift the foot. Totally normal and okay if you fall out of this. It's only the start of class. Letting it go without elastic banding your leg down, and then take it up to downwards facing dog, pushing the ground away and pedal it out through the legs one by one, working through the feet. Shoulders away from the ears, so finding lots and lots of space. From here, look to the top of your mat and make your way there. Maybe you do a little tiptoe like I am. And then coming into a forward fold with the knees, the feet hip width apart. Maybe you grab opposite elbows and take a gentle sway side to side. And we have a soft bend in the knees, they're not locked out. And start to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, segment by segment, until you're fully standing up straight. Take a moment here to take a breath and stand in your mountain pose. Big toes to touch, heels with a little gap between them, lifting the chest, hands open. And we're going to go into some sun salutations. So inhale, and as you exhale, sit into chair pose, Utkatasana. Nice job. From here, bringing the hands back, you're going to rise up onto the balls of the feet, a little balance challenge straight away, and then come down into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms, step it back to plank pose. And your choice of vinyasa, either the full chaturanga to upward facing dog, or you can take the knees down for knees, chest, chin to cobra. And take it back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Good job. Look to the top of the mat to make your way there. Maybe you take a little hop. Inhale, flat back, long spine, and exhale, fold and soften. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the sky, and exhale, hands to heart center. Twice more, moving a little quicker. Inhale, exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, arms back, heels up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. Plant the palms, step or hop it back, and taking your vinyasa. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin, and exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and deep breath out. One more of those. So look into the top of the mat, make your way there however you wish. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, start to stand all the way up, reach your arms up, and hands to heart center. It's your last time, you've got this. Inhale, and exhale, chair pose. Inhale, bring the heels up and the hands back, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. Plant the palms, step or hop it back, and take your vinyasa. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale to downward facing dog. Again, deep breath in and out. We're going to go into our flow. So reaching the right leg all the way up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee and stack the hips. Squeeze the heel towards the glute. Inhale, re-extend that leg. And exhale, bringing opposite knee to opposite elbow and then extending the leg out. We're coming into fallen star. So you're reaching the left arm all the way up to the sky. Open the chest. And exhale, hand comes back down. And coming back to your three-legged dog. Inhale here. And as you exhale, you're taking that foot through to a low lunge with the back knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up, lift the chest nice and high, and exhale, hinge it back to a half splits position. Same thing again, inhale, sink the hip flexor down, and exhale, half splits. Nice, we're going to do a bit of core compression, core work here. So inhale, lift the heel, and exhale, drop it down. It may not go very far, but that's okay. One more, inhale and exhale. Good job. Roll it forward, lift the back knee, and then take it up to a standing split. So one big step if you can. You can bring the nose towards the knee, maybe one hand grabs the standing heel. Inhale, Exhale, bring that foot all the way back to your low runner's lunge. And we're going to come into a modified side plank. So on your left hand, you're going to bring your left knee down, extend your right leg, and then lift it up, reaching the right arm all the way up to the sky. And maybe you're going to reach back and grab that foot, same arm as leg. Maybe you even drop the head back if you feel confident. Hip flexor stretch and back bend here. This is modified Partridge. Inhale, come through to your plank and take your vinyasa. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. We're going to do all of that on the other side, of course. So taking your left leg all the way to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, stack the hips. Inhale to re-extend. And exhale, bring opposite knee to opposite elbow and extend that leg outwards, reaching the right arm all the way to the sky this time. Really open through the chest, open through that top rib cage. Lift the hips and bring the hand down. Nice job. Come back through to your three-legged dog. Inhale. And stack the hips again. Inhale to lift up. And exhale to bring it through to your low lunge with the back knee down. Inhale to lift the chest, lift up, and exhale, hinge back to your half splits. Make sure you flex that front foot. Inhale, low lunge, and exhale, half splits, hinge it all the way back. Let's find that core compression 3 times. Inhale, exhale, lift the foot. Inhale down, exhale, lift, inhale down, exhale, lift. Good job, that's not easy. Roll through, lift the back knee and hinge it all the way forward to your standing splits. It's okay if it takes a couple of steps or hops to get there. Nose towards the knee or towards the shin. Inhale and exhale. You're going to bring that foot back down to your low runner's lunge. Let's find that modified side plank on the other side. So lowering down the right knee, left arm all the way to the sky, lift the left leg and grab your foot with the hand, maybe arching all the way back and noticing that one side might feel slightly different to the other. Inhale here, squeeze navel towards spine and come back through, take your vinyasa. Inhale to lift the chest and exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. Bringing the knees down, just take a second. Bring the hands back by the heels, rounding through the spine and just resting for a couple of breaths. It's quite a dynamic start we've had. And as we keep going forward, we're going to add on a little bit. I'll give you some advanced modifications, but you're very welcome to stick with what we've just done in this flow. Coming all the way to sit. And then back up to downward facing dog. So same but different. Bring in the right leg all the way to the sky. Inhale, exhale, stack the hips. Inhale, re-extend, and exhale back into your fallen star. Lift the chest, and bringing the left hand back down. Inhale back to your three-legged dog. Exhale, you can either stay with stacking the hip or you can flip your dog all the way through to wild thing. Flowing all the way through and then finding yourself into that low lunge with the back knee down. Inhale, lift the chest and exhale, half splits. Inhale, coming up to your standing split. So just for one hinge this time. And back to your low runner's lunge. Here we go, full Partridge. So bringing the left hand down, you're going to come into a full side plank here. So this is option 1. You can lift the leg, option 2. Option 3 is full Partridge. So what we did with the knee down, except this time the leg is off the ground. So a real balance and stability challenge. Find a focal point and let it go. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. All of that on the other side. So lots of shoulder rotation here. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, stack the hips. Inhale, lift. And exhale, crunch it through to your fallen star. Lift, open that right arm. And exhale, right hand comes back down. Come back to your three-legged dog. We're going to stack the hips again, but this time you have the option to flip your dog, coming into a wild thing, lifting the chest. Reaching out with that left arm and then coming back through your plank to come into your left leg low lunge. Inhale, lift the chest, sink the right hip flexor down, and exhale, half split, flex the toe. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, hinge back to half splits. This time we're going to hinge forward, coming into that standing splits. Really lifting that right leg all the way up to the sky. Deep breath in. And deep breath out as you bring that foot back into your low runner's lunge. Here we go, partridge play on this side. So right hand plants down, you're coming into your side plank. With the left arm up, you have the option to lift the leg. You have the option to reach back with that left hand for the left foot, coming into full partridge. One side might feel very different to the other. You can always go back to the version with the knee down that we did in the first flow. Keep breathing, find a focal point, maybe the hand on the floor, and then coming through your vinyasa. Good job, the hard part is done. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, downward facing dog. Taking some rewarding full chest breaths. And then coming back into your child's pose, sweeping the hands back by the heels, allow the spine to round, allow everything to become very soft, nothing active about this pose. Start to roll it through the spine till you're seated nice and tall, and then swinging the legs around, both legs in front of you, sitting on your bum. Get comfortable, flex the toes towards the face super actively, reaching both arms up towards the sky, close the rib cage, and then lean forward. Hold on either to the sides of the shins or the sides of the feet, and then pull the feet towards you as you pull the chest towards the toes. Super active forward fold here, and let it go, relax. Coming into a very soft, passive forward fold in contrast. Letting the fingers be soft, letting the toes be soft, letting the spine round. Start to sit all the way back up. We're going to come into a mermaid or a deer position with the legs. So it's right leg in front, left leg behind. Thinking of this mermaid sat on a rock sort of vibe. Bringing the left hand down and reach the right arm all the way up and over, coming into a side reach. You should feel this in quite an exaggerated way throughout your side body, but also the outside of the hip. Nice, and then walking the hands forward over your front leg for a little glute stretch into that right side. Starting to wind the practice down, slowing all the way down. Starting to sit all the way back up, just coming into a small spinal twist, so twisting over your right shoulder. If the hand doesn't reach to the ground, you can do like me and put the hand onto the lower back. Good job. Exactly the same thing on the other side. So left leg in front, coming into that deer or mermaid pose. Right fingertips to the ground and left hand reaches all the way up and over. Nice and open through that top rib cage. Think of a flower opening and closing as you breathe in and you breathe out. And then coming all the way forward into your forward fold into that left glute. Really starting to slow down the breathing now. Calming the nervous system, looking over your left shoulder, coming into the twist. Good. And then swinging both legs around, we're going to come all the way down onto our backs, and we're going to come into an inversion to fully close the practice. So 2 options here. You can come into just legs up to the ceiling. This is still an inversion. Or you can follow me and come into a shoulder stand. Bringing the hands nice and firmly onto the back to support you, pushing up through the elbows, tucking the chin in towards the chest, but make sure there's still a little gap so that you can breathe freely. Lift, lift, lift. And if neither of these inversions is what you're feeling like doing, you can either go straight into Savasana or you can try a different inversion. And then from here, coming into Halasana, either legs extended, or you can do as I'm doing with the knees by the ears. Maybe you clasp the hands behind the back. Really getting a strong, beautiful stretch through the back here. And to come out, bringing the hands back to the back to support it as you start to roll down segment by segment, super slow, no slamming down onto that back. You only get one of them. Bring both feet flat to the ground, one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. Neutral spine. Just letting everything settle back into place. And maybe you take a gentle windshield wiper of the knees from side to side, just to release any low back tension you might have remaining. And from here, finally, we slide into Shavasana, final resting pose, knees, legs as wide as the mat, palms open, slight tuck of the chin towards the chest, lengthen the back of the neck, and we breathe. Complete surrender after such an active 25 or so minutes. It's time to rest, it's time to signal to your nervous system that the work is done. You can relax now. Starting to deepen your breath and becoming a little bit more aware of the space around you again. Start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Any movements that feel appropriate right now. And then very gently bringing one knee into the chest and then the other, and give yourself a big squeeze. You can choose stillness or a little rock from side to side. And then finding a fetal position, whichever side calls to you today. Just resting here, making your bicep a pillow. And then coming all the way up to seat. You can keep the gaze soft or even have the eyes closed still. Just taking some slow, deep breaths to finish. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here today. Thank you so much for taking my practice, and I'll see you in the next one. Namaste.